to Cynohub. So the next topic is input buffering. So what is the main use of input buffering? Means input buffering is used to store the input data. So while scanning the input in lexical analysis, it scans the entire source program from the left to right. So it scans source program from left to right. So in the input buffering, while scanning the input data with the use of input buffering, how it recognizes the token with the use of lexeme pattern and then token, right? So here let's take a simple example how the input buffering scans the entire source program, right? Suppose if I have the code like this. Right, so if I have the code like this, right? So input buffering while scanning the input data from the left to right, so it uses two pointers. One is begin pointer, another one is forward pointer, right? So begin pointer always it will start from the initial location, from the starting location, and forward pointer, so it always scans the character, one character at a time, right? So it forward pointer, it moves to the next symbol until it gets blank space. Then once it gets the blank space, it will be treated as an lexeme, right? So right. Right. So in input buffering, it will use two pointers. One is beginning pointer and then forward pointer. So beginning pointer always will start from the initial location, starting location, and forward pointer is also starting from the initial location. It will scan the one character at a time and until it gets the blank space. Once it gets the blank space, it will treat it as a lexeme. So forward pointer will move to the next character by character. So until it gets the blank space, it will stop the process, and whatever the characters in between the forward and then begin pointer, this will be treated as a lexeme. This is the way the input buffering is used to scan the entire source program, right? So again of the blank space, so it discards that symbol, and again it starts from the here, and the beginning pointer also again will start from the here. So like that, it will scan the entire input source program from the left to right, character by character, right? So that's why it uses these two pointers to scan the entire source program from the left to right. And next one, there are two schemes here used by the input buffering to scan the entire source program. One is one buffer scheme. Another one is two buffers. So one buffer scheme means the same like this one. So it uses only for one beginning pointer and forward pointer while scanning the input character by character until it gets the blank space. And if you get any, as per the syntax rules, if you get any semicolon or any space or colon, comma or like that, until we get like that, as per the syntax rules, it identifies the lexeme and token, right? But what is the drawback with the one buffer scheme means? One buffer scheme means if the length of the input string is large, right? So if the length of the input string is large, so it doesn't perform correctly, right? So it takes more time to scan the entire source program. So to overcome that problem, it uses a two buffer scheme. So two buffer scheme means the input string will be divided into will be stored inside two separate buffers, right? So like that. So this is buffer 1 and this is buffer 2, right? So here it will use the same forward begin pointer, and then forward pointer it will be used. Same begin pointer and forward pointer will be used. It will move to the next until it reaches the blank space or end of the statement, right? So the two buffer schemes will be used. Why we are using this? To overcome the one buffer scheme. So it will use two buffer scheme. But so what is the problem with the two buffer scheme means we don't give the 100% whether it is scan the entire the program correctly, right? Why? Because whenever the length of the string here also is too large, there may be a chance to get some conflicts in between the while scanning the input program, right? So like that way, so that's why if the length of the string is small, then always it uses one buffer scheme. If some of the length of the string is more than that one, then it will use the two buffer scheme, but there is no chance 100%ly it scans the entire program, entire input program 100% correctly, right? They will get some conflicts, right? That's why. So input program is always used to scan the entire source program with the use of these two pointers. This is the thing about the input buffer, right? We'll see in next class.